Okay, so in your grammar books, we're on page 85. And then we're gonna do the flag salute really quick. I'll just turn it like that so you can see the flag. Right?
Oh,
Is
sorry,
that
I
right?
was looking at weeks and I was
Oh, what?
let's see.
Page. You never know. Okay. Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay. No,
Yeah.
I don't think it goes that far.
I think it only
Page 85.
24. Yeah, I know, in the back.
Can you hear everybody, like the class, or do you just hear me?
I can hear everybody.
Oh, good. Okay, cool. We're talking about quotation marks today and capitalization and end marks. Okay, so basically what you need to know is there's some rules about punctuation when you have speaking parts that you're either writing about or reading. You guys good back there? Okay. So basically quotation marks go around the words that are spoken. You guys already know that. And then there's the word attribution. Attribution means who's saying it and then how they're saying it. Are they shouting? Are they whispering? Are they declaring? Those types of words, like a speaking verb. So the attribution tells who and how, and then the quote tells what they're saying. So that first example right here, it says, the stranger cried, obviously, I am not afraid. So notice that the attribution comes first. It's a stranger speaking, and he cried. It's not like a boo-hoo cry, but it's like a yell, yeah, like a shout, cry. But notice there's a comma after cried and then the quote, and the quote is capitalized just like a sentence would be, okay? The second example is the opposite way. The quote comes first. So obviously, I am not afraid. The stranger cried. So it's in reverse. The quote comes first. Notice the comma after afraid is on the inside of the quotation marks. Those are little things that you need to pay attention to. The rule of thumb is any punctuation, comma, period, question mark, exclamation point, they all go on the inside of the quote, okay, the quotation mark. And then the stranger cried does not need to be capitalized there at the, when it's after the quote, after the comma. And then the next example, obviously, this is like split up. So the attribution is in the middle. So obviously, comma, the stranger cried, comma. I am not afraid. So that's the example of the attribution in the middle with punctuation. And then the last example, there's no attribution. So sometimes when you're writing a story with dialogue between two characters. Oh. When there's dialogue, a lot of back and forth talking, it gets too boring to say, he said, she said, or he cried, or he yelled, or she's whispered, or, you know, going back and forth like that. So sometimes you just do the quote. If you establish who's speaking and there's a lot of speaking parts, then you could just stick to the quote. So that's what it looks like. You can cross the stream after I do, is that example right there. And then down below just basically tells you everything that I just said. All of those punctuation rules are right here. So I see a couple people marking your page with a Post-it. That's probably a good idea. This will help you when you write your stories on the punctuation rules for quotes. It'll also help you with your homework to refer back to this page. At the bottom here, comma. A comma is used to separate items in a sentence. You already know that. Hello, come on in. How are you? It's Paisley, she's here. Mia's on the computer and I'm recording this, so here, say hi to Mia. Okay. Gotta make it fun for you guys. Well, you're also saying hi to Elizabeth, so let's not forget her. So hi, Elizabeth, who will watch this later. Okay. Down here on 85.
Okay, my school bag was in the other car that got took with the Bakersfield, so
Oh, bummer.
I don't have my grip. But I have
Okay.
you
Well,
can
I
look
was gonna
at my-
say, there you go. Okay. Fix it. These are rules on how you're gonna fix it. Basically, when you see a word that should be capitalized, you're gonna do those 3 little lines. But then the rules are to write down here where it says Robin demanded get off the log. I'm guessing they're having a battle on a log in the water. You know how you probably
When
see
you
that.
like read it,
Yeah.
there's a bridge, like a log that fell across the river, so it's
Oh,
they both want to get across at the same time.
Ah.
Who's the better man? Let him go first. Yeah.
oh, good, because I haven't really read like the whole story, so that's good to know. I thought it was on the water.
I just read it the other day, but I was like, wonder what's good.
Yeah, yeah, at the back of the book, if you want to read the whole story, you can. Is that where you found it? At the very
No,
back?
I was just
No,
reading
I
it
just-
from pages.
Yeah, I flipped through the grammar pages because I was like.
You want to know what happens next? So this example says Robin demanded, comma, and then the quote, get off the log. So get is capitalized and then the period goes on the inside of the quotation mark. So you're gonna have to fix those things in the grammar book. And the last example at the very bottom, you don't scare me, the stranger replied. Those little marks there tell you how to fix that sentence. Punctuation always goes on the inside of the quotation marks. So that's the thing to remember.
I just had this.
There's a little bit more on the next page. This is 86 about indentation. Yeah. Indentation is when you move over at the beginning of your paragraph to show that it's a new paragraph. So there's 4 reasons to do that. And it goes through all 4 reasons right here. When you're talking about a fiction story or if you're writing a fiction story. If you have a new speaker, I'm like that first little chunk of words right there underneath. New speaker, it says start a new paragraph when a new character speaks. Include the attribution with the quotation. Sentences before and after the quotation that point directly to the quotation can remain in the same paragraph. So whenever you have a new character speaking for the first time, just make it a new paragraph. You guys probably remember when you're maybe in 3rd grade, 4th grade, 5th grade, where your teacher might have told you every paragraph has to be 3 to 5 sentences. That was always the rule, right? Well, not anymore. They can be longer or shorter. So if you have characters speaking and a situation, you can make that a new paragraph. The next example down says new topic. So start a new paragraph when the narrator or character switches the topic. So it depends on what the story is. Like in Robin Hood, if he's talking to his friends and the people that he's trying to get on his army, to battle, that'll be one topic. But then if he goes and talks to the king of Nottingham or whoever, that'll be a different topic. So then, and a different speaker. So it'll be a new paragraph. Okay, so next one says new place. Whenever your story switches places, that's a new paragraph. Start a new paragraph, the story switches to a new location. If several switches are made in quick succession, such as a character's journey to find something, it may be less choppy to keep in one paragraph. So if they're searching, like, I don't know, for the Holy Grail, and they're searching through the mountains and over the forest or through the, I don't know, through the river.
What if it's like, sorry, let me look you up. What if it's like they went into the kitchen and then they went to this room and then they
Yeah.
returned back like.
I think you would keep that one paragraph because
Well,
you're still in the house, right?
well, it depends on what they're doing. Like if it's like a
Yeah.
really long trip or like.
Yeah, yeah, I guess so, huh?
Would you keep it in one paragraph? It was like, they traveled through the mountains, the rivers, they crossed the rivers, like, and just like, through the forest, and that, would that all be in the same paragraph?
Yeah.
Okay.
If it's like that, but if they travel through the mountains and then he discovers the animals and he has to build his own, fort or whatever to protect himself from the rain or, then you would keep that one paragraph. And then if he goes to the river and all that. So it kind of just depends if he's traveling, like if it's only one sentence worth of stuff for that place, then keep it one paragraph. And then the last example is new time. So whenever you start, or you're supposed to start a new paragraph when the time changes. So if it's a new season, if it's a new year, or if it's the next hour, depends on what your story is. If the time changes, that's an indication for a new paragraph. Okay, so you're gonna mark it with a paragraph symbol, which is like that backwards P looking thing. So here it says Robin approached the log, and then a new paragraph, stand back, cried the stranger. Some paragraphs can actually have one or two sentences. So they can be varied now that you're more in an advanced writing class now. So there you go. Any questions about that?
I have one question, it's kind of totally, well, it relates to paragraph.
Okay.
Is it okay if it's supposed to be like 3 paragraph thing with paragraphs, or if there's more than that, or there's like.
I gave you a note this morning on
Okay.
Google. Did you read it
No,
yet?
I haven't.
Okay. I loved your story. It was so entertaining and it's
Was it
so
like
long.
3
How many pages is it? Like
There's
5?
one that is 5.
And some of the paragraphs are like,
I know.
that's
I
okay.
know.
I was like, yeah, it might be a little long, but you wrote it like a journal.
Yeah.
And you
like
wrote
a
it like
journal entry.
a personal journal, like
Mhm.
I and me and she was the character. So for that it's okay because you're just journaling basically. I
Okay.
thought it was a
Wait,
creative way to write it.
The one about the drone.
Oh.
So she was the one that opened the box. She was the character that she's telling like her personal.
Except I'm not
Experience.
actually me. I'm actually like, I'm writing it first person, but as if I was like this kid named Owen. Because that's a name. In my mind, okay? So, but
Yeah, well, I thought it was very creative, but it typically though, those paragraphs would be a little long,
okay.
but you're okay for that assignment, so.
Okay.
Okay. Anybody want to volunteer to read the sentences today? Any takers on that? No? Okay, thank you, Victoria.
You joke like it's cold, though. I can fire this arrow through your heart.
Ooh, okay, so we're getting ready to fight now. So bellowed is the word. Anybody know what that means?
Bellowed, shouted, like yelled
Yeah.
loudly.
Yelled loudly, basically, so check vocabulary. One article, go ahead and find that. Did you find it, Serena? And then Serena, what about the 4 nouns?
No, okay,
Those are the easiest ones, maybe. I guess not always.
Robin, heart, arrow, fool.
Yes. So in order, it's fool, robin, arrow, heart.
I was just like skipping this
That's all right. Pronouns, Olivia.
Pronouns.
Wait, what was it? Fool?
Fool, robin, arrow, heart.
Is it I?
I. And there's one more.
And then your?
No, not your. Close though.
You.
Yes, you. So your heart, let's look at that for a second. You just interrupt me, Mia, if you need me to repeat anything or anything, okay? Paisley, looking at the word your heart, that one's incorrect. How should we spell that?
Oh, Y-O-U-R.
There you go. So put a line through the apostrophe R-E and put Y-O-U-R. So that's why that's not a pronoun because it's actually an adjective is telling whose heart. So speaking of, we'll count that as one. So, Paisley, what's the other adjective? It's about arrow. So like which arrow?
This.
Yes, uh-huh.
You were right.
Oh, is that what she said? I couldn't hear her. We're gonna come back to prepositional phrases, and I'm gonna, since you read the sentence, Olivia, I'm gonna go to Oliver. I mean, Victoria, so sorry. Let's go skip down to verbs. Okay, that's what I'm trying to say.
Fire. Joke.
Yes, fire, joke,
Through.
not through.
Bellowed.
Yes, bellowed.
Is that it?
Yep, that's it. And by the way, oh no, just kidding, there's one more. It's like a helping verb with fire. There you go, could. So fire is one of those words that could be a noun, it could be a thing, but the way it's used in this sentence, could fire this arrow through your heart. He's basically shooting an arrow, so it's an action on that.
He's threatening.
He's threatening. Those are like fighting words,
Wait,
man.
I think the more I read this, I
Sorry, I
think
wasn't paying
Robin's
attention.
more and more of a little
Evil?
a little snooty.
Yeah.
Snooty, yeah.
I know.
The verbs are bellow or joke, bellowed, could, fire. And that's it. How about
Wait, what are the
Asia?
pronouns?
What? You missed that too? What are you doing over there?
Wait, I'm sorry. I think I missed one of the nouns. It was
What's that paying attention?
Pronoun is I.
At least you're
and
honest.
You.
Mrs. C.
What do you need? Nouns?
Yeah, Robin,
Adjective.
arrow, heart.
Yeah, you got them.
Why are you
way behind.
Oh, wait.
No, I thought I had one. Is
My
is
God.
through? Is through a noun?
No.
This?
I thought I heard.
Sorry, I
through.
didn't mean to
I'm
snap.
sorry. I'm sorry.
This is an
Okay.
adjective.
This is an adjective. Your, did you fix your?
It's through a
Yeah,
noun.
that's an adjective.
Yeah, that's.
Nouns are
The
fool,
fool,
robin,
through. I'm
arrow, and heart.
Okay, yeah.
I did that one.
Oh my goodness.
I know.
I'm sorry. I thought it was
It's
through
okay.
instead of fool. I'm sorry.
Asia, what are the subjects? So who jokes like a fool? You. So put an S there. And then what's the other one? Who could fire this? It is Robin, but in that sentence, yeah, I. It's I could fire this arrow, so. By the way, he's speaking, so we're gonna have to fix that.
Where's the third one?
Wait.
Are there three?
It says there's 3 subjects.
Oh. Where's the other
Did we
subject?
skip the main clause?
Oh, Robin is the subject, hello. Because, you were right, Asia, that was my bad. Bellowed Robin is actually a main clause by itself, so subject is Robin there, he's the one that bellowed. You need me to show it to you so far?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, yeah.
Wait.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay.
We're not done yet though, so we gotta come back to prepositional phrases, so let's see, Ellie.
Like a fool,
Like a fool,
through your heart.
through your heart. Is there three?
No, there's two.
No, just two, you got it. Okay, so Mia, you're the lucky one with the main clauses.
Lucky duck.
There's three of them. Do you know where the main clauses are?
Sort of, not really.
Sort of, not really. So they're gonna have subject and verb pairs, and it's like a complete thought. That's how you find them. So I'll help you if you need help.
The subject and verb pairs.
Got a subject verb with it.
There's three.
Mm-hmm.
I have no idea.
Oh, that's okay. Anybody want to help Mia with the main clauses? Okay, go ahead, Victoria.
Joke like a fool is one.
You joke like a fool is
Hello,
one.
Robin,
Bellowed Robin,
and then is it the rest of the
and then the rest. Were you gonna say something, Mia?
No, I yawned, sorry.
Oh, that's okay. So those are the three. You joke like a fool. Bellowed Robin is one, and then the last whole sentence, basically. Okay,
Right, thank you.
you're welcome. So, and then on fix it, indent, we're just gonna put a little paragraph symbol right here. Cause, is a new paragraph right here, basically.
That's it, right?
Did you get everything else, Serena?
Wait,
Yeah, okay. And then capitals, how about back to Olivia? What are the
Capitals. You.
Yeah,
How many are there? Okay,
Robin.
three. You, Robin, I.
that's it.
Oh.
Three capitals.
I don't see another one.
And then how about Paisley? Do you know where the quotation marks go? Like, where are the speaking parts?
The I,
Oh, sorry.
all the way to the part.
Okay. I to heart. I could fire this arrow through your heart. And then there's another set of quotation marks. So there's something else that,
Oh, You joke like a fool.
You joke like a fool. Yep. And then there's two end marks because you joke like a fool is actually what he says is a complete sentence. So what should we put, let me ask, Oliver, what should we put at the end of you joke like a fool?
A period.
Actually, in this one, we're putting an exclamation mark because they're yelling. He's bellowing. Remember? You joke like a fool. That wasn't very good, but way louder than that. And then, what's the other thing he says? I could fire this arrow through your heart.
Exclamation mark.
Yes, exclamation mark. By the way, these go on the inside. So it's like this, exclamation mark, and then your quotation mark there. When you rewrite it, okay? Okay. End marks, so we already fixed the homophone. Yep, we're done.
Except I'm pretty sure that exclamation mark is gonna
Did
go
you get it,
outside of the
Mia?
same spot.
Oh,
And then-
you're chatting with me. Let's see.
I'm what?
I'm
That was
just
a while
looking at your,
Mrs.
that was like a while ago. Sorry.
Yeah.
God, like, what's wrong? You're good though, Mia?
Yes.
Okay. All right then, let's put grammar away. Your homework will be the next 3 pages in your book. Yay! I was pretending like it was a cheer. Oh, grammar's pretty fun. I mean, if grammar's, this is more fun than your typical grammar book. That's why I like this one, because at least it's kind of entertaining. We're gonna talk about that. I think that was with what we just worked on.
Like nothing to do with his dog.
Yeah.
Stories based off of that game.
Cause
So it's
like,
like
I'm still on
something
the outlaw.
The game.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, I do. I never played it, but
Wait,
you know.
was it, see, did you see my paper that I referenced?
I did. Oh, for the, no, for today?
No, for last week.
Or are you
but-
talking about,
For like a dog or bone of.
I didn't see that one.
Okay, I turned it in.
Today?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
why I haven't seen it. I've been
today,
teaching.
so-
I forgot to turn it in last night. I
That's
finished
okay.
it.
Did you see mine?
For today?
Yeah.
I don't think I saw yours yet. Do
But-
you guys want to read your stories just for fun? Anybody want to? Oh,
you can't
oh.
read mine.
You can read mine except I didn't.
Mine is kind of weird.
Oh, yeah, mine
Oliver.
Mine was supposed to be funny, but it just
Mine
turned out
wasn't
kind of weird.
super
But
great.
Emily ended up eating microwave.
My gosh.
But I don't wanna read
Did
it.
you see mine?
Somebody else can read it.
Okay, because when I checked earlier, it was only 1 paper that was turned in.
You
Now I
can
see 4.
You
I
can read
changed
mine
mine
if you want to.
Uh-oh, did
Can't
I?
read
Okay.
mine, but I didn't print
Did
it.
I not read some?
It'll be from on the computer. That's fine.
No, I printed mine out.
No. Oh wait, yeah, I did see yours. I graded yours.
Wait, you did? Did I mess up?
No.
Okay.
Do you want me to tell you in front of the whole class?
You failed miserably.
Oh, you, no, she did not fail miserably. She did forget her topic clinchers, so I do want to go over that. You didn't forget them completely, but you didn't quite get it. Because I think you only highlighted 1 word, like you have,
Where was I supposed to do 2 to 3?
Zoe's
2 to 3.
expensive trip.
That's the rule.
Zoe, what's
Do you
her
remember the
name?
rule?
Zoe.
Yeah, but I
2 to 3.
Name.
forgot.
it's so
We
weird,
haven't
wait.
had a class in a while, so I was like.
Okay, so I know, we'll go over it today, but you got Smiths and Smiths and Skipper and Skipper, so you did
Yeah, I
one.
didn't. I was like, because yesterday it was like 8:30 p.m. and I was like, definitely couldn't write my story. And I forgot it for-
That's it, so you at least got that right, but you need 2 or 3, so you just need more. And on a couple of your paragraphs, you actually have it there, but you forgot to mark it, so not
Yes,
that
I
big a
think
deal.
You should read some.
Okay, I'll read, do you want me to read? Yeah, let's read Oliver's. No, definitely reading Oliver's.
Is it one bad day or like the supper?
Hold on,
What are you reading?
let me see.
That sounds bad.
One bad day.
One bad day.
Probably the one
I
that
had
said
a bad
bad
day.
Yeah.
The supper is the one I'm looking at. But the first thing I noticed, I have to tell you, Oliver, that you're forgetting to follow the checklist. Do you know you're supposed to have all your words, the dress up words underlined? and your topic clenchers and double space.
I'm so confused. I totally thought with hurry.
Oh, I don't even want to know because it's you. You, this is like your second year with me. You know better now, guy. Anyway, I did. Well, I know. I had to because he knows better. It's like your second year. So anyway, they're probably in there because last time I read it, no? Yeah,
I think they are in there.
but you just didn't underline it and then you didn't highlight them. So, okay, okay, I accept. So should I read the supper? Is that the bad
I like
one?
the one bad day. Oh, one bad
Okay.
day. is better.
Better?
Wait, was I supposed to write two?
No, he's,
Better.
Okay, I was like.
I think you're talking about the one you turned in for last week. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
I was like, was I supposed to write two?
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Yeah, because I haven't graded it yet, but, thank you for double spacing that one.
You know, what?
That one's double spaced, but you still need your dress ups and all that, but
Like. they
you'll get
just,
it.
Like, it was just like corny, like, I don't know.
I know, mine was like kind of weird.
Okay,
Mine was-
I'm gonna read this.
mine
This
was, like,
is
so corny and I
All
used
the
it.
One Bad
songs
Day.
was Beautiful, like.
Okay,
Yes, like-
I'm reading Oliver's paper. Is this the gory one or the,
This is a good one.
this is the good one?
Oh my God.
Is good and gory like
Good.
the same?
Good.
No.
Solid picture.
The other one's more of a horror, which I didn't really.
Wow, the dark side of Oliver over there. One Bad Day. Oh, yeah, I know. And we're doing it again this week for the last time, so it's okay. You can let it all out. It's okay. You're safe here. Okay. Okay.
Maybe, maybe not.
Okay, a couple of weeks ago, in a neighborhood far, far away, ooh, it sounds like Star Wars-y right there, okay. It was a boy's birthday. The boy's name was Samuel, and he was currently opening his gifts at a rather fast pace. When he got to the final box, he surely knew that it was an RC car. When he opened the box, it had a map and a note. He read the note and looked at the map. The note read about someone with a long past who was grandma. Samuel asked Grandma if she had the toy, but she had given him a second note. The second note read about a room that has changed a lot. He went to the office, which was painted 8 times, and found the final note. The final note talked about who was the greatest relative. Because Samuel knew his grandpa was an actor, he checked his grandpa's cremated remains and found a toy helicopter.
This cremated. Unique remains.
He found a helicopter in his ashes. Oh my God.
That
Okay.
sounds pretty disgusting. I would not wanna like sift.
No, you don't touch that.
I don't wanna sift through my old grandpa and just like, oh no, I spilled the
It's like. you
It's
feel
all
like-
powdery and like,
Grandpa,
oh my
it's not
gosh.
grandpa.
We have a question. Does unique count as a quality adjective?
Quality adjective is good and bad, right?
No, those are not quality adjectives. So
Yeah.
a quality adjective would
It's
take a place of
replacing
that,
those.
but it
Yeah.
goes beyond that too. So unique would be a quality adjective.
Okay, so on
yes.
the first one, I knew that I had them all. I just forgot to underline.
That's okay.
So
That's all right.
unique
you
and
replace
the
good and bad with
the
this.
Yes,
adventure
yes.
too. Okay, so okay.
Okay, as Samuel takes the toy outside to play with it, the dog wants to play fetch with him. So they play fetch for an hour. Then Samuel starts to fly the drone. He does
That was
backflips. Oh yeah, well,
Not
he
the-
does backflips and other tricks, but while flying, a bird comes near. Samuel, who does not realize that the drone is about to hit a bird, continues to fly. As the bird and drone are about to hit, an adult
This one
screams.
sounds scary, too.
The head of the bird falls in front of the lady. She vomits all over the concrete.
This is the good one, guys.
The birthday party had scarred Samuel in such a way that he found it feeling good.
He was later convicted of slaughtering a family for an attempt.
There's something.
Oh.
Yeah, you gave me way too much freedom. on
Oh.
that.
Good to decapitate animals. Fast forward a couple years, and Samuel had been in court and found guilty of decapitating a family of 5. Oh my gosh. He was later shot 6 times and killed. Is that the end? That's the end.
So gory.
Now I wanna hear the other
Wow.
one. We'll
I
take the
know,
other one.
that was the not gory
If that
one.
one was the good one, I'm not sure if I want.
I know.
That one was the gory one, the other one's not.
Not gory,
Oh, I
okay.
see.
Okay. We have time maybe for one more. Does anybody?
No.
Read a second one,
Oh,
read
my
a
second one.
You were mine.
Read a second one, read a
If
second
my
one.
therapist hears about this, I'm gone. I'll be family.
What do you think, Olivia? Should we read his or
Read his, read his.
yours?
I don't care.
Read his, read his.
Yeah, sure, read it.
No, read his, read his.
I can always go back and read mine later. I wanna read his.
Okay.
Yeah,
Or
you
we
know
can
it's
read
good
yours
for you.
next time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can just like share.
My
it's a
drawn
little group
one
and we can
was
just
just
read
like-
it in our own time.
Crazy.
Or I didn't even ask, Mia, did you want to read yours? Or do you want me to read yours? Hold on, I can't
I
see.
still have to fix a little bit of it.
Oh, okay, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay, okay, it's settled. We're gonna read
Always.
Oliver's. And it's called The Supper. It was Thanksgiving Day and not a single fly had touched the food. The McFixins?
Yeah, I was trying to think of it.
McFixins had a huge party that day and were hoping that the food did not taste putrid. Wow, that's a pretty good. Putrid is like a great quality adjective, so you underline that next time. They had all of their neighbors there and all were ready for the McFixins cake, but one kid, Alex
Dumont, I was looking around.
Dumont?
Yeah. Dumont.
Dumont,
Yeah.
okay, had other plans of what to do to the cake. Alex, who was known for being evil, decided
Wow.
decided to be worse. The plan consisted of three things: food dye, fart spray, and fake vomit. Okay. First, Alec had his friends distract Mr. McFixin to get in. Second, they had to get Alex past the adults without being spotted. Finally, they had to get past Mrs. McFixin. This is going to be a hard thing to pull off. Guys, so be on the lookout. Alex told his partners. What about the dog? One of his friends questioned. The dog should not be a problem, and I have a way to stop the dog from barking, Alex answered. Let's do this. I hope he's nice to the dog. I'm gonna be mad if he's not nice to the dog. Okay.
He's nice to the dog, but the dog ain't nice to him.
Oh, well, that's okay. The plan had worked so far. They got past Mr. McFixin with ease and past the adults too. All that was left was Mrs. McFixin's, who did not move from her spot at the banquet table. His friends had found another way, but this one had the dog in the path. Alex carefully tiptoed around the dog. Now his friends were to distract everyone before the unveiling of the food, which Mrs. McFixin's was going to speak outside. Everyone was outside, including the gang, so all who were inside was Alex and the hound. Alex opened the food dye and started to pour it all over the food. Next was the fart spray. No one had seen him at all. He opened the bag of fake vomit. The hound had woken up and had started to look for him. The food was ruined and no one has seen Alex after that. So that's what happened. The dog took care of Alex. Okay.
They found him in his pool bowl later that day.
Oh, nice. Found him in his poop later? Is that what you- Oh.
No.
I mean,
Where did I get poop from?
maybe,
I heard poop, I really did. Okay, found him in his food bowl. I know, okay, moving on. Let's just move on, shall we? That was more gross than gory. The first one was gory.
with the whole.
Oh my goodness, I'm worried because this next one, okay. If you're finished with your week 11, which was the one about the drone and all that, no, it was not. What was week?
Week 11 was this one.
Bora Bora or dog and table. If you're done with that, put that away behind finished compositions and then get out week 12.
Wait, what?
Wait, what do we do with this stuff?
Okay, that stuff, let me see what page that is. I think we already did that
Okay,
one.
oops, I accidentally kept the board.
That
We
was-
missed
Oh.
that week, we didn't do it.
Oh, yeah, we have a lot to put away because we weren't here last week. So if you have this tan page, which is your,
Wait.
I put that with my band words.
these are band words, they can go behind band words.
Okay, what?
And then what about and then the stylistic, stylistic,
This is a mess.
wait, where in the world?
Yeah, we gotta fix our binders. So this tan one that is the band words is gonna go behind the band
I don't know what I
words
did.
tab.
Fine,
This
I
one,
Oh, I found it. Does
it's
this
okay, start
go-
with this.
Does this go behind
Start with this,
model
you got it.
charts?
Yes, you got it.
Oh,
And I'm
that
done.
really gave you a lot of room here on the bike one. Everything, I think a whole
Well,
chart on it.
This
Oh,
goes
boy.
behind the back.
Uh-oh.
Bike or ballerina?
Bike or ballerina, that's week 12.
Whoa,
This-
the
this-
last one doesn't even have a picture.
You get to choose.
This yellow page right
Right.
here goes behind model charts and outlines.
Wait,
in
wait,
case
wait,
you-
wait, wait, what?
Wow, this one only has one picture.
Okay, let's do,
This one here goes right there behind that.
Her ribbon's untied though. I just.
Oh, I'm sorry, I'm all holding yours, okay.
He's stepping on the ballerina's
yes,
ribbon.
No, actually,
Bora Bora or dog and table, that one goes behind finished compositions. If you're finished, if you're still working on it,
Standing on the
just keep it in
ribbon.
the front of your binder.
The dancer standing on the ballerina's
Where
ribbon.
the problem comes, the third one is the,
Problem.
Okay.
I know which one I'm
you
on.
usually don't put one there.
Which one?
Bike or ballerina, this is week 12. There are, how many pages? Let me see. 1, 2, there's 4 pages to take out for week 12.
4.
Yes, and you do need,
Coconut
You-
crabs.
actually don't,
Ooh.
you don't need a lined piece of paper, just those 4 pages for week 12.
I'm still putting in my pages.
We'll wait for you. I'm not gonna go.
This is like confusing because I have so many. Maybe I'll put it in another folder.
Yeah, or another binder, either way. You can empty your
Can I
finished
just
stuff.
like get rid of this binder and put all the stuff in another one?
I'm okay with that, if you need
Because
to.
it's not big enough and the clasps are like really.
I know, but the finished stuff, we're not really gonna go back to that, so you can move out all of that somewhere else.
Well, I would
That make
still put it
sense?
in the same binder just in case we ever look back on it. but-
I don't think we will.
I think I would like to print out all my papers that I've written so far and put them like in my binder and I'll be like, I could just.
They're all there, and you can see how much work you've done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Plus, like, okay, sometimes I like the papers I'm like, "Bleh." But sometimes I'm like.
you really like it, you
5
have fun with it.
pages.
Yes, that,
Even
like that
though I'm
one.
not a fan of the storyline, I'm just like, and it just comes out.
It just comes out. That's good. Do you guys, I'm just curious, how many of you like this creative style of writing? I know the vote in the back. Versus, okay, the other choice is like academic writing where you're kind of doing research and stuff. So if you like creative writing, where you're making up the story, you're making up the characters.
It
I mean, I
depends.
know some of you just aren't even fans of writing in general.
Storyline. I love English, but
But what about report writing? Do you like report? Yeah, that's how I am. I'm definitely more about writing reports.
well, I
My
can do
problem is I
either.
don't like how
How about
it has
you,
to be
Mia?
like 5 sentences, like, I don't like.
Do you like report writing or creative writing better? I missed it. Which one you raised your hand for?
Creative.
Creative. Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
I make up my own stories also. I would say totally more fun.
Yeah.
And you get to either decide if you fall off.
Okay. So, let's see. Oh, I forgot to have you guys do something in the binder. Go
Does it have to be 5
to-
sentences?
That's
Like,
where is this at?
We'll talk about that in a second. Go to stylistic techniques tab real quick. Stylistic techniques, you should see a yellow page in there that looks like that.
I only have a pink page.
yeah, me too.
Go behind that page.
I have it.
Go, keep going. That one. That one should be at the front. If it's not at the front, you can move it to the front of the stylistic techniques tab.
Are we adding something new?
We are adding, well, we're kind of got behind on that,
Oh.
so I need to fix that. And we're adding something new. Okay, Paisley,
Sorry.
that's all right. Let me get my little. What do you guys have for dress up so far? Read what you have.
Oh, I have to which clause who's and whom in the stronger.
Is that pretty much what
Yeah.
everybody else has?
Why add
Yeah.
yours, which clause stronger?
Oh, yeah.
So number
And
four,
then at the top, for some reason, I wrote newspaper.
number four should be because clause, so put because clause, oops, for number four, because
Wait, oh,
clause.
Who's the future?
me?
Yeah,
Oh, man.
We're right here, and if you can see that for number four,
I write Bessie.
okay, because clause.
It's
And
like
then number
half
five is quality adjective,
It's like
QUA.
half cursive and half like a-
I used to write like
LIQI,
that, my writing's gotten better, though, more like,
adjective.
more level,
Number five is quality adjective, quality adjective. Qua,
Oh,
QUA,
yeah, I did, okay.
qua,
I do.
liti. And then number six is our new one for this week. Is this mine or is this yours?
It's
And then we
yours.
have
I was just.
opener.
Oh, okay. And then, what did you say?
Then we have like 6 sentence openers.
Yes.
Okay.
Put for number six, www.asia clause. www.asia
There's a
clause.
B.
Yes, it normally does have a B after that. We, in our grammar books, we say www.asia.b, but because we have a because clause, we're not including because in your writing for your www word.
What's the?
Do you guys remember what www.asia stands for?
Not really.
Who?
No, when?
When, where, well, as, since, it.
Close. When, while, where is, yeah. When, while, where. So at the top of this yellow page, if that helps you to list it, this is how I'm gonna do it. When, while, where. I'm listing it up here at the top. When, while, where. And then what are the other words?
At.
As, since.
If.
Oh yeah, you're right. I forgot if. As, since, if, although. And we're not putting because on this list. When, while, where, as, since, if, although. And now you're gonna add that to your dress up list. So you need to have one of those underlined.
Write those on top of here?
Yeah, just to help you remember what they are.
Okay.
When, while, where.
Dang.
When, while, where, as, since, if, although. And then we're gonna add a sentence opener. We're starting to move into the next section. So there are 6 openers altogether. We're starting with just one, but it happens to be number 2. We're not starting with the number 1 opener, we're starting with number 2.
Why?
Because that's the way this goes. I think the number 1 is a little harder to do, so they wanted to start you on an easier one, which is number 2. Did you have a question?
What are the indicator and meaning things?
Indicator, that means like how you identify it in your paper. So that's a good question. She's asking about where it says indicator underneath the dress ups. You can put underline, because that's how you identify. That's how you identify your dress up words. Here, let me put it up here too. Where it says indicator. Under dress ups, just put underline. Underline word. This is under dress ups, indicator. And then it says minimum rule?
Yeah.
Minimum rule.
Oh, no. That sounds scary.
I did not spell that right at all.
It's fine, we know what you mean.
I'm like, where is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
you
I
spelled it
did?
right. You spelled it
Minimum?
right. Yeah, you spelled it right. Mini.
That's a weird word, minimum. Okay, minimum rule is 1 per paragraph. That's the minimum, but you can have more than 1. Can you see that okay, Mia? Okay, good. All right, then the next section on your yellow page says sentence opener, and you have a number 1. And then you have a number 2. So next to number 2, I want you to write prepositional. Just the word prepositional. Prepositional
Wait, what
opener.
are you doing in one though?
we're skipping number 1.
Why
Oh,
is it one
you know what?
subject?
Wait, everybody stop. This isn't right. We're not going on to that yet.
Is it one subject?
1 is subject.
What's the-
We're stopping at the dress up words. My other class that I did earlier today, we went on to the next thing, but you guys are gonna do that next time. Just leave it. Yo, you can leave it, yeah, because it will
Can I
be
write
that.
subject at the top? Just because I-
No, not yet.
But I know it's.
Sorry, guys, I didn't mean to confuse you. So once you get all your dress ups listed, and then that, you can stop and close up your binders. That's right here, under indicator is underline word. Sorry about that, guys. I was thinking of my other class, but we're not doing that yet. So you don't have an opener yet. You will. It's coming, but not today. Okay. Go ahead and close up your binders.
Like,
Yes, so here's the thing about the homework this week. I am gonna let you pick which story you wanna do, but here's another option, and Oliver, you might like this. You can create your own story out of thin air.
Guess what I have?
You have one?
4 other stories.
Oh, no. That you already wrote?
That I wrote. I was bored. I'm also taking lessons,
Oh,
different language. Oh,
oh.
No.
Wait, you recently wrote 4 other stories just because you were bored?
Because I was bored.
Wow.
you have that much time?
Wow.
I'm never bored.
Cause you get
That's
stuff done,
because
he
you're not
gets stuff done
hopeful.
really fast.
I
it
get
sounds
it
like.
Yeah,
done
but
in
I
like
get
3
stuff
minutes.
done really fast and I'm
I
never
wake
bored.
up at 7 in the
Never.
morning,
I'm always
finish my
bored.
school, and then I'm like sitting here.
Oh my gosh, okay, so
I have to get up.
pick one of your other stories, or you can start it fresh if
We'll
you
start
want,
fresh.
okay? But I want you to do the dress ups
Okay.
and the sentence opener, like the topic clinchers,
You can
okay?
just make up, it doesn't have to be a biker ballerina.
That's what I'm saying, I'm giving you guys total freedom, like,
We don't
oh
have-
no.
We don't have to write about a biker ballerina.
Try to keep it 3 paragraphs.
Okay.
But I know.
I'm just saying, just try.
Okay, but see, these 3 paragraphs.
I need a subject.
Can be this long.
No, they can't.
Each paragraph can be a page. I
What
gotta figure it out.
No, you should
I need a
set
subject.
boundaries.
Well,
Like,
No, those
I
are
would
boundaries.
within
last year,
reason.
You set boundary. You were
I
like,
did.
there
Those
could
are
only
the
be
snake of last
7
year.
There could only be 7 sentences, and then you're like, if you have to, there isn't 8. And that
You're
was
cracking
hard.
me up.
She's better
Okay,
now.
yeah, see,
She's
okay.
learning her ways of
I
better.
want you guys to have some freedom. Can I just do that? I'm not gonna give you any sentence limits on this one. I will when we get back to the academic stuff. So you can be free. But I will say you have to have at least 5, okay? Sentences. Beyond that, if you wanna go longer, I'm okay with that. I want you guys to have fun with
A
it.
page per paragraph.
Freedom.
I thought you said complete freedom. 5 sentences.
Why don't you just put like 1 sentence?
Like one sentence.
Why I'm saying that for you, Paisley, that's why I say that. Okay, well, and if you're like me and you can't think of anything and you're not like Oliver, but you're more like me and you can't think of anything, you can use these pictures to help you guide yourself through a story. So look at page 109 first. This is obviously about some kid on a bike. Maybe he's in a competition, maybe it's a BMX bike. It doesn't look like it. Looks like a bigger bike than that, but
Do we have to make like a long papers, like 100 page, and you can just like.
No, we don't.
I'm gonna give you the freedom.
I can make it long.
Yeah, but that's called a.
I don't know about 100
You can make
pages.
100 pages,
You
100
like
paragraphs.
20 pages.
100 paragraphs? Is that what
I know.
you
but
And to
they
do,
do
that's like 300.
That's a total book, man. I don't know if I wanna,
Okay, fine.
okay.
Like a lot
I
of.
think like
Like, if I like to make
class,
this like long, because I have a vision, but it might be like only a chapter.
She's gonna be at 3 o'clock in the morning, like, okay, it's right, okay,
You're crazy.
like, You do what you want, Olivia. I'm not gonna put you in a box, okay? You're free.
Okay.
Good.
Good, good.
But
Yes.
Miss
I'm not
Tia-
gonna chat
Miss
about
Tia-
it.
Just this time, okay? After
but
this,
Miss
Okay,
Tia,
okay.
You're making a
You
big
write a
mistake.
novel.
You have to say
right?
You're gonna regret
Yes.
making a big mistake here.
I know, I'm worried now.
Reading and falling asleep.
Well, and I'm worried about these two, both of these two,
When
because
you have to grade it.
I'm gonna be like,
You'll be sitting there at like 2 in the morning. You're like, we're gonna have a new rule.
it's so tiny, but.
Your husband will be like, I thought you were just grading shit. No, I'm grading a book.
I'm grading one student's paper. Her name is Olivia.
Yeah.
I'm just
No,
editing a
he's
book
gonna-
pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, Oliver.
Have you heard of the movie American Psycho?
Yes, I have.
No.
Have you seen that?
No. I want
Okay.
to.
You're probably not allowed to.
Probably not.
No.
Basically
But you're-
write the whole thing.
You're gonna just be prepared.
Okay, so you're saying you're gonna kind of go off of that theme? Oh, boy. Okay. Eminem?
Why? Biggest fan.
He's the rapper, right?
Uh-huh.
Okay, well, he's potty mouth though, so there is some boundaries, okay? No potty mouth talk. You know what I mean? You guys know what I mean.
Yeah.
Keep thinking, I bet you can come up with a
Yeah,
better
I know.
topic, but if you can't and you wanna write about him, you can write about him, but
I'm associated with this speech.
yeah, you know what I'm trying to say.
Miss Tia, I need like a
Thank
subject
you.
to write about, or else I'll just be like.
Well, that's what I'm saying, you've got
Right like
this,
the ballerina.
the
No, I
ballerina,
don't like either of those.
Okay. you don't like either one?
I'm picky.
Well, look at that, and you could change it up like maybe an ice skater.
She's giving us total freedom.
Or you
I
could
know,
look
but-
at the man, you don't turn down freedom. You could
I
look at
know,
the
but
bike
like-
rider and do the
I
your
know, but this is
motorcycle.
like my one time to do freedom, so I need to pick like a really good subject.
Oh, I know, you're like.
Well, do you like anime? Is it you that likes anime or that's a different?
It's not
Okay,
me.
do you like like animals? You could make it in your character's
You like
animals.
beach?
There you go, beach.
I guess.
You could talk about like performing in front of an audience and making a mistake or something. Write about like a worst dream you've had or a nightmare.
Last year at my school, I was in-
You look back at it.
Firing.
Last year at my school in the talent show, I was playing piano, and on the way up to the stage, I tripped over a cord.
Oh, no.
And
Did
I
you
almost-
fall down all the
No,
way?
no,
Oh,
I
good.
I didn't fall on my face, but I just kind of like stumbled. Yeah, I just kind of stumbled there for a minute.
You're like,
I was,
I meant to do that.
I was
I'm
like,
cool.
yeah. And then I
Stumble a couple more times.
Yeah.
This is part of my show, people.
That's right.
I think people do that, like accidentally do something, then they're like, and they're like, okay, we all know you didn't. do that."
Right, nice try. But you could, like, if you had a nightmare, think of, or like a
Oh, a
worst.
nightmare? We can write down a
You
nightmare.
can write about a nightmare.
You should do one.
Do you have any ideas, Mia?
World War III.
World War III?
Yes, because I've had a
Really?
dream about that.
Israel,
several
you're
times.
pretending
Wait,
to
I can't hear
try.
Mia. Hold on. What, Mia?
I said not really.
You're still trying to figure out what you want to write about?
Yeah.
So you probably heard all the conversation back here, so it's pretty much open-ended on whatever. And if you can't think of anything, just use these pictures, you know, to help you or whatever. You don't have to do, guys, listen really quick. You don't have to do the keyword outline. That's the other freedom I'm giving you. But if that helps you, then use it, okay? Don't forget the big six. Who can tell me what are the big six questions? Big six questions. Who,
Who, what, when, where, how,
why, not while, but why?
Yeah.
Who, what, when, where, why, and how. Then there was, that's it, that's six. And then there were four other,
After invisible outside.
good, before, after, invisible, outside. So ask yourself questions as you're creating the story, even in your head. Ask yourself, why is everyone screaming and running away?
Really not a good idea.
There you go.
See, it's a good idea.
Okay, so 3 paragraphs. Here's the thing. I grade, you can do 4 paragraphs, you can do 4. I don't know. Should we, well, I said freedom, so freedom.
Yeah, disgusting.
But
It won't be too bad.
here's the
You're not
thing.
writing about that.
I won't write about
This
that.
checklist,
Olivia, where people are.
hold on, before you leave,
No.
hold on.
Pink lady was not-
This is how I grade your homework.
It wasn't pink.
What is
Okay,
that?
I'm aware.
Your dress ups now, there are 6.
Wait, all we really have to do is just check all these marks.
No.
No. But do your dress ups and then your topic clinchers, okay? Those are 2 to 3 key words. Guys, remember 2 to 3. And not words like the or of or and. Those are not keywords, okay?
Oh, sorry.
Right?
well,
So when you
or-
highlight, you're literally
Listen.
highlighting 2 or 3. 2 or 3 keywords. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, okay,
Wait.
you're free to go. Oh, wait, we have one more
No,
question.
they're free to go.
Free to go. Okay, see you guys next
my
week.
paper that I wrote for this one.
Nobody leaves.
Did you read that one yet or no?
Let me see. The one you turned in like today?
I
Oh,
have
did you
read
read
mine about you.
It's
My
like
login
based
table.
it's like based off of the game Clue. Have you ever played it?
Oh, yeah. Oh, no, I have not read this.
It's
Let me read it.
based off of that, but like as a
Okay, okay, hold
And
on.
That's kind of corny, and it's just like
You can stay on if you want. Mia, I'm gonna read Olivia's,
not
or you can go if you need to go.
Yeah, you have to
Okay.
read
Are you gonna leave?
I haven't even read it out loud yet.
Not stay for the
You're gonna stay on? Okay.
I don't remember.
Can I read it out loud?
Yes, do it.
Sure.
Okay, bye, Oliver. See you next week. All right, it's called The Best Night. Once there was a very, very wealthy man whose name was Mr. Green. Wait, how long is this thing? Let me
It's
just
only
check
3
that.
pages.
Okay, you're good. He had a large house in Santa Fe, New Mexico. He was not married and had no kids, but he did not live alone. He had a lovely maid who was called Mrs. White. I recognize that, but no one knew who she was or where she came from. But that's not all. One more thing lived in this large house. Mr. Green's only true friend, his dog named Augustine. Augustine was a wonderful dog. Bye. Oh, was a wonderful dog who always obeyed. One day, Mr. Green decided to have a party and he was going to invite every wealthy friend he had. He asked dear Mrs. White to cook all the food for this large party. She agreed and got to work and nothing but as you wish, with nothing but as you wish. That came from Princess Bride. Okay. And she was gone. Mr. Green began to phone everyone who came to mind. They all agreed they would love to come and would be there that night. The first to arrive was a very attractive young woman named Miss Scarlett. She came inside and Mrs. White came quickly to take her bag and coat. Just then, 2 older men arrived and had many awards on his vest. His name, one had many, okay. His name was Colonel Mustard. The next man, who had a rather odd attire, he wore an all-purple suit and had rather small little glasses that he wore on the tip of his nose. His name was Professor Plum. Miss Scarlett, Colonel Mustard, and Professor Plum all walked upstairs to meet Mr. Green in the lounge. The last guest who arrived was a rather plump woman whose name was Mrs. Peacock. She shortly found her way. You should underline that as a quality adjective, actually. She shortly found her way to the lounge, and then they all took a stroll to the kitchen to find out how supper was coming. And there it was, all in the making. So they all walked over to the billiard room for a bit of sport to pass the time. Mrs. White soon informed them that dinner was ready, and they all hurried to the dining room for the meal, where Mr. Green's dog, Augustine, lay sleeping under the table. Oh, yeah, they're tying in the pictures. Because the dining room was the quietest room in all the house, and surprisingly, he did not wake from his sleep, even though everyone was making quite a ruckus. Good word. All the guests sat down at the table, and Mrs. White began to serve them, but the food was too hot to feast on, so they all, except for Mrs. White, strolled to the conservatory. Mr. Green and all of his guests began to talk about how very wealthy they were as they walked. Yeah. Competition. They
Up to money. That's fine, guys.
They all lost track of time and spent 2 hours in the conservatory. When they came back to the dining room, they were startled to find half of the food had been there before gone.
Had been there before.
That had been there before gone. And Augustine, who was still fast asleep under the table. They all called for Mrs. White, but no one ever answered. When they observed that she was nowhere to be seen, they began to worry. They all frantically began to search for her. They,
Pause, one moment.
uh-huh.
This is just a really corny story. And corny, and just so you all know. That's not one of
That's a
those-
disclaimer.
Yeah,
She's
not
like,
one of
"It's
my
corny."
best works. Okay, good.
We're all building it up and you're like, okay.
It's not like.
Oh my gosh. Okay. They split up and searched the house, but because the house was so very large, it took over an hour just to check in the rooms. When they had checked almost all the rooms and still had not found Mrs. White, they began to believe that something very horrific happened to this maid. Colonel Mustard, who took charge and made the decision to venture back to the dining room and regroup. When they reached the dining room, they were startled at the sight of what and who was there. Still under the table was Augustine, and sitting next to him were there at the table with food in front of them, and their faces covered in mashed potatoes, chicken, crumbs, and noodles, sat Mrs. White. They all gasped, and then when they observed her, when they observed her, thank you. When she noticed the group, she appeared so guilty you would have figured you caught her trying to murder someone. She quickly wiped her face with a napkin and began to apologize. Out of nowhere, Mrs. Peacock started laughing so hard that Professor Plum and Miss Scarlet stood behind her for fear she might fall down. When she finally caught her breath and all she could muster was, way to make me proud, sister. This is my kind of woman. The whole group stared at Mrs. Peacock in confusion. Anyway, Mr. Green began, I know, bye, whoever that was.
Already came back.
Okay, I know there is a story here, and I would like to hear it if you all don't mind. Now, Mrs. White, would you please tell me what is going on? Well, she shuddered. I am so stuttered.
Oh, I was like, did I spell it wrong?
Stuttered. No, it's me. Well, she stuttered. I'm so sorry, all of you. I made dinner and I hurried to get a pie from the oven after you were sitting down, and then I came back and you were all gone. I figured you must have not been hungry, so I just started devouring, and before I knew it, I had gobbled half of the table. Bye. See you next week. And I ran to the table to start making more when I heard you all coming back. Bye, Serena. And then I heard you calling for me. I didn't reply because I worried you might fire me and believed I was a terrible maid. So I tried to hurry even faster. She's trying to eat it all.
I'm trying to make more.
Oh, trying to make more. That's right. Okay.
Sorry.
Which I realized now it was silly of me not to reply. And then you all left again. So me and Augustine consumed the dessert too. I'm so sorry. All the guests began to laugh at the story, and Mr. Green chuckled. Well, I guess we are getting Grubhub. Do you all like Subway? Everyone started laughing, and Augustine, who was sitting still under the table, decided that this had been the best night he had ever had. Ah, happy ending.
Wait. What is Mia still on there or did she leave?
Hold on, I can't see her at the moment. Yeah, she's still here.
Okay, I want to say bye to her.
Okay.
Wow,
Bye.
there's background.
I know, she's all.
Wow.
Bye.
Yeah, see you next week.
Hey.
Don't get sick from everybody. I heard everybody at your house is sick. So don't breathe. Hopefully you don't get it. Okay. Bye. See you next time.